Love, thankful for another lovely day. Kin for. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it all down. So we about to what? We about to break bread right now. So for all those that been on the path with me, appreciate you. Hope you appreciate the changes. As far as the changes on my end, I know I've become a lot more sensitive as I've been asking for. You feel me? Um, and this sensitivity is coming many ways. Like I tell myself I'm gonna do certain things, and it come immediately. You feel me? Like it ain't no delay. It's just things have a way of working themselves out. For example, um, tell myself I'm gonna get up at 4:30 for some reason or another. There'll be something that wakes me up out of my sleep, and I would say my conscience. You know what I'm saying? It's such a powerful connection that we have with ourselves that if we become more in tune, aka asking to become more sensitive to the ways that are of us, when we do ask for things, it will be given to us because we're asking of things that are of us. You see what I'm saying? So the universe as well as your person has no choice but to acquiesce and give you what you're asking for. So just something I want to on since I've been on the path of, becoming more sensitive to the things that are more becoming of what I'm trying to get done in life. Um, I'd encourage y'all to do the same. Take the time to do the same. You feel me? We out here getting a morning walk in this morning, trying to rain on them. So, of course, as y'all see with the title, we're gonna be talking about delayed gratification. So, for a lot of us, we wonder why, some of the things that we feel like is our greatness, why we can't apply them. Um, a lot of times, you gotta recognize when your strength has been turned into a weakness or something, if not utilized in its proper form, it's been weaponized against you. So, for instance, sex, with a lot of us, we view sex simply as, something to do to pass the time. But at one point in time, our people use sex for multiple reasons. And most importantly, that we use it for its proper uses, which is to bring forth life as well as to we try to go up under the car. We catch some more. What's up, kitty? Let's see a little bit. But we would use it for its proper uses, which was to bring forth life as well as to cultivate vibrations and energy. So for me, I intend to return back to its highest form of expression, given that, I have had my opportunities to do so outside of the proper forms of expression. And I see how it's been to one's detriment more so than my upliftment. Not to mention, if I look back in time, as well as, certain things that still exist more prevalent now. But looking back in time, I want to look back and see if I can't find or pinpoint certain instances where these type of actions were used against us towards our detriment. So I think about the times when people weaponized sex against our people, whereas it was you had people that were selling themselves, people that were coming into our environments or cultures in order to supersede the natural way in which people was rising up. So often families would marry into other families in order to create great empires. But with the influx of, heightened sexuality or focus on sexuality, you see more people coming into families that they wouldn't normally be into. You feel me? That's a, so when you think about that, it's like, how did these people get here? Other than, they was able to tickle somebody fancy. And tickling somebody fancy back in the day, simply put, meant to arouse them, stimulate them. So that's something to think about when you out here wondering what's the importance of delayed gratification. Because it's easy for us to complain about the situation that's not faced, but if we would just take the time to try to understand, we could see how things got this way. We clearly see how things got this way. But if you can't take the time to assess situations, then guess what? You're only spinning your wheels to provide yourself with a temporary fix. And with it being such a temporary fix, it might compound your issues more than it helps it. And in that sense, what was the point? What was the point? Because now you have more problems than you began with. So the importance of delayed gratification is to not compound your issues. The importance of delayed gratification is to ensure that you're doing things of the utmost importance. You feel me? For a lot of us, with this overflow of information or this influx of information, a lot of us find ourselves watching things or doing things that's not towards our overall goals. So the easiest way that I could suggest for one to conquer this habitual nature of, watching things that aren't for your upliftment is to start by not watching certain things. Start by cutting down on the time that you put into these things. So if you have a habit of watching videos that are purely entertainment, well, make sure you find some videos that aren't purely entertainment but are informative videos towards the direction in which you choose to go. And, utilize that towards your upliftment. Spend more and more time watching things that is towards your overall goal than you spend time watching things that aren't. And you will see how the things take a turn for the better for you. How things begin to lend themselves towards your overall goal. As I stated earlier, the more sensitive you become to the things in life, you'll start seeing how life has a sensitivity for you, and it always makes a way and yields life towards you. But if you don't take the time to study the things that are of life, you can't even understand the language. You feel me? Nature puts out certain colors in order to inform us the times. But if you're not familiar, then you can't even peep the times. I realized when I was less distracted and I was learning about the elements of play, I had more time to really understand. I had more time to really see the changes that were taking place. Whether that's the changes with the plants, changes in the air. These many changes were conversations. I was able to see how George Washington Carver was saying plants would speak to him. But, you got to be able to tap into your childlike self. Because some people would say, George Washington Carver was a childlike being. But truth be told, a lot of us, we so quick to feed into immediate gratification that we let people press our buttons. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as they press our buttons, it's like, shh, man, girl, or homie, I had to tell buddy about himself, you feel me? That nigga tried it. And truth be told, beyond the silence, we got something out of that. But if we would have delayed our immediate gratification to defend ourselves, when truth be told, a person who's easily offended is a person who's already offended. But if you become emotionally intelligent enough to pay attention to what's going on, then you won't walk right into that. You won't walk right into a person who's clearly upset and not happy with their lives. You won't walk right into an argument. You feel me? You won't walk right into a situation that's meant to build you up and look at it like, oh, it's to my detriment. Because once you see it for what it is, it's like the door is wide open. They bound to let you in. But if you only feeding in to the things that are of your detriment, it's no different than when a community supports the same person that destroys them, or the same group of people that destroys them, over the people that seeks to uplift. It's only but a matter of time before that community gets what it paid for. Same thing in relationships. You know, a lot of times we stick around in certain relationships because certain people tickle a certain fancy of ours. But we know that we've outgrown that situation. We know that situation has came and went and the time is up. That because somebody tickles our fancy, we stick around, you know. For some of us, we even tricked ourselves into believing that, you know, if we stick with our family, we done just enough. But a lot of times, sticking around in situations that's already done for only compound the issue. Only compound the issue. So therefore, I would suggest and assist in helping anybody make the exit that they need to make, as well as I would help one to become, you know, so in tune with themselves that a lot of times, you know, there's some of us that we don't break up with people. You know what I'm saying? The energy got a way of breaking people away from you. The energy got a way of changing their environment when you come through, the energy that you put out. So for a lot of us, we don't have to act hasty, indulge in our immediate gratification to try to put somebody else in their place. So it's something to think about, man. If people don't want to allow for you to take that time to evaluate, forego your immediate gratification, like, you know, them probably the people you don't need to be around. And also, that's probably why you seeing this message and becoming more sensitive to the things that are of your upliftment versus the things that are to your detriment. So I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. It's we are one. Kinfolk. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table. We about to break it out, huh? So we about to what? What up with it, fam? We about to break bread right now. So we about to break it all down. We just broke bread right now. Love y'all.